EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Denver Broncos. This is fielded at the goal line.
We go! 50, plant!
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll run here with Balaj.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit! Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get down.
Play fake. Here's Marino. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready? 30 base. Hey, wahoo! All day, dog.
On 3rd down, Marino. Now Marino coughs it up. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
11 feet. Hey, Echo. You better be afraid of me. Hey, Mike 52.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Balaj. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run it with Balaj. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there, and it'll bring up a second down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
From the gun on third down is Marino. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Now Balaj. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. Here's a run with Balaj. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Got it. 45 to Mike. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On second down, Benjamin. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Pick the edge. Go. Run back.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out.
Check out. 622. 40. Easy. Alert.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Rest. 12. There, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Army. Hey, Foxtrot. 12. 51, Mike 51. Hey, team 6.
Out of the gun, Locke. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
First down. 675. All day. Check three. Monday. Mike 52. Hey, what's it?
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
12. Mike 52. Watch QB drop.
Here's Lindsey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Five. Mike 55.
On 2nd and inches, Luck flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Second out. 622. I'm not ready. 12. 51's the mic. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Love. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
51 the mic, boys. 11. Hey, here I come. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd down. Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That throw by Marino incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. They're going to take care of this young quarterback.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
11B. 52. Hey, Charlie. 52's the money. Hey, keep it up.
Back to throw. Love. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Strong right. Hey, high 7.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Reggie. Hey, let's go. Come Hey, check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
It's just me and you. 12. 52. 6 man. Check girls, check. Hey, Alpha. Hey, Mike 52. I'm trying to collect. No, check that.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11. 55. Mike 50. Hey, exit. 3 bud. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. I got you.
Here's Locke. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Watch the slant. Motion. 11B. Mike 52. Bravo. Mike 52. On. Slam.
Now it's Locke. Got a man. He finds Sanders. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Hey, Delta. 52, Mike 52. Coming to you, coming to you. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Coming. 12. 52, Mike 52. Hey, Zoo. Not today.
To throw is Love. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go!
Throwing is Love. This is the tight end fan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Hey, Orbit. Watch the pass. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. So we got man. Check. 11.
Now a first down throw. Love. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck flushed out right. Pass incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Throwing again is Locke. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Luck now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. New Mike 55.
Luck throwing again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now it's Marino. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Hey, let go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Marino. Wilson's got it complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
3rd and long, it's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And Marino's throw there incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, foxtrot.
Block. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Grant on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You just think...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's good for 28 yards. A shotgun snap for Love. It's caught by Sanders. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football. And
he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and it makes the score 21-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. 70 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They go play action here on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. It's complete to Grant. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. On first down, Benjamin. Ten yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
50 plant. 13
From midfield now, Marino. And he finds Parker here, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Marino actually going to look to throw it. Completes it to Benjamin. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Marino. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And he's got some space here. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To throw is Marino. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan.
That's a pick, boy. That's a pick. Going the other way.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set, ready? 30 base.
All day, baby. All day. All day.
Clear. Snap.
After the interception, here's Marino. That's going to be caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
but that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Denver, good night, everybody.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt.